Big story we're following. Major new developments in the Gilgo Beach murders. The suspect, Rex Uherman, has been charged with yet another murder in his case.
Yeah, the latest victim, Valerie Mack, whose remains were found in two different locations, in Manorville back in 2000 and in Gilgo Beach a decade later. This brings the total number of Uherman's alleged victims now to 7.
He appeared in court today where he pleaded not guilty to the latest murder charge. Mack's family and family members of other Gilgo victims were at court as well.
Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles is here now with the very latest developments. Darla.
Liz and David, Rex Uherman must be feeling the pressure from the number of murders he's being accused of, and that may have prompted him to snappishly enter a plea of not guilty this morning. Prosecutors say DNA connects him to the murder of Valerie Mack, and today they also released new evidence about his obsession with the case. These old newspaper articles and magazines, prosecutors say, are trophies that Rex Uherman kept for himself in the decades-long search for the elusive serial killer on Long Island. Knowing all the while, they say, police were looking for him. An indictment in the murder of a 7th woman, Valerie Mack, unsealed Tuesday against the 60-year-old architect.
The various things that he has kept since going all the way back to 1993, it's evincing his intent.
Today, Uherman told a Suffolk County judge, "Your Honor, I'm not guilty of any of these charges," speaking for the first time about being indicted in the deaths of 7 women.
In some ways, we had expected that there would be additional charges based on the 5th and 6th indictments, or I should say victims.
Partial dismembered remains of Valerie Mack were discovered back in 2000, the year she disappeared in a wooded area in Manorville. More remains were discovered on Gilgo Beach in 2011. The indictment says her mutilated right leg with a tattoo of her son's name was clearly intended to inhibit the identification of Miss Mack. And prosecutors also say the task force has connected line items in the planning document found in Uherman's home to Mack's killing.
We see that one of the dump sites which were discussed in that document was Mill Road, which was the road that Valerie was found in the vicinity of.
Uherman's attorney plans to request to sever 2 of these cases, saying the prosecution keeps piling on new charges.
And listen, I'm saying this today. I don't know what else the prosecution has in store. I don't know if they're going to come back with another.
Now, if Michael Brown's motion to sever is granted, there would essentially be 3 trials, one for the first 4 victims, then the second 2 victims, and a third one for Valerie Mack. But Michael Brown also notes today he's really not optimistic that the judge will grant that motion. Liz?